So these here, we're talking about what else leaders do. You already talked about walking the talk and being a role model and being an exemplar in the environment. That is key and that is crucial because people are watching you. And if the walk doesn't match up with the talk, what do they believe? They believe what they see, which is the walk. So it doesn't matter what you say, but they will believe what you do. Now, the second bullet there about providing resources. Some of the easy ones we know, sometimes you need people, sometimes you need money. What other kind of resources do you need? Time. Sometimes you need time. It's a big one. You might need access to certain people and relationships, you know? And sometimes that might require an introduction to some people who are key individuals that can help you forward an agenda or something that you're doing. So leaders provide resources to their people. Also, leaders give feedback, and you had that on your list as well. And it's feedback both of what did you do well, what's going right with this picture, and also maybe where you could make some improvements. I would also say that a lot of times, whatever the flat side is that the person needs to work on, there is a way to leverage their strengths and their key abilities so that they use those abilities to work on the flat side. When we talk about coaching, and this is different than a lot of what we would say is sort of like business leadership or the typical leadership, we're really facilitating that person coming up with their own answers.
So one thing with coaching is walking alongside that person and showing them how to do it, and then allowing them the opportunity to try and do it.
A lot of times what we learn what to do kind of like on the job or in the role by having the opportunities. You're being thrown in, but you're not being thrown in without models. You're not being thrown in without feedback or support. You've got the support, you've got the feedback, and you get a picture of how it's done, how to do it, and some of the skills and techniques that are involved. Removing barriers. A lot of times people are not successful because there are barriers in their way. And a lot of times it's rules, it's regulations, it's archaic, outdated policies, and things that just kind of hamstring them and bound them so that they can't get their work done. So what I want you to think about, these are some of the secondary things, but secondary not meaning that they're not important. They're very important. If you don't do these, you're not going to have a good leadership experience.